Hello everyone and welcome to the Social Media Mixer. My name is Stacy Kinney and I am going to be covering Facebook pages and Facebook groups tonight. The presentation is brought to you by mybranding.com, which I'm very excited to be affiliated with. It's one of the tools that I use to help people brand themselves and build a really great presence on the internet, so I'm very excited to be affiliated with them. I know if you're anything like me out here in this whole world of social media, sometimes you're wondering, and I get this question all the time, what are Facebook pages and groups? What are the difference? What's best for me? How do I set it up? And those are all the things that we're going to cover this evening. So let's go ahead and jump in. So what exactly are Facebook pages? Well, a Facebook page, it's really like a mini website. On Facebook. You have your website out there, maybe your .com, but this is an extension of that. It's a page. It could be about a specific person, an organization, event, product, any of those things, a company, or basically your fans, and you can create a community where they can be updated on information and participate in conversation with each other about the topic of the fan page. Now, a page can be created by anyone on any topic. And I've seen tons of different topics, or whether it's about social media, if it's just for fun, you can create it for your passion, your business, whatever you feel like it. Even Facebook has a fan page about their fan pages. Now, people who like the page, that's called becoming a fan. When they hit the little like button, okay, and can post a commentary about the subject. So this is a great way to get people engaged in your business. Now notice how I said engaged. That is what social media is all about. It's about engaging your prospects, your clients, your friends, asking questions, and creating that community. So what are the benefits of Facebook pages? Well, the page lends itself to a variety of promotional opportunities. I've seen everything from offering coupons, you can run contests, you can get users involved in social concerns. And when people comment on your Facebook page, their comments actually show up in their streams and reach the people that they're connected to. So for example, the more people you have and the more interaction on your page and the more fun it looks like people are having and it shows up in their stream, then you're going to attract people from their network. And that is the name of the game, guys. People who like your page, they're already warm to you. So that's your warm market. This could be your close friends, your family, that warm circle. Now they're an audience and they're ready to hear what you have to say, unlike a cold prospect. Somebody that maybe you've just met. I'm going to use Twitter for an example, because to me you can connect with like anybody and everybody there. So you just meet this person for the first time. They don't really know you. They don't know anything about you. They're totally cold. So generally the people that are going to like your page are going to be that warm audience. Facebook has a number of applications that can be used to add functionality as well as integrate with other marketing tools such as blogs, Twitter, and YouTube. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that. And that's why it's so powerful. I didn't want to bore you guys with the statistics about how big Facebook is and how many users. I mean, you've heard it all. We know it's huge, right? So how do you use it effectively? That's what everybody wants to know. How do you set it up? There's on-site analytics that shows you how well your marketing is doing. So that's a really cool thing about the pages. A vanity URL for branding. So once you have 25 fans, you're able to actually make your URL. So for instance, as I said prior to the recording, I have facebook.com/Stacy Kinney fans. So if I'm out talking to people, and say you're a company, then it's / your company name. It's much easier to send someone to that than if you had like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 profile ID / whatever. So you're able to set that up after 25 fans. Your stream and your Facebook page and all of that is able to actually show up in the search engines. So people can search for keywords and different things on Google, Bing, Yahoo, and they can actually come across your fan page. It's also really great for reputation management. Now, because I am in the whole world of social media and branding, branding is huge. It's so important that you manage your reputation, that you're constantly monitoring your brand. So how exactly do you set up a Facebook page? Some of you may already know how to do this, and it doesn't take a lot, but for those of you that are brand new, you can appreciate it. To create the fan page, you must have an account on the site, and there must be an administrator. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can go into the front page of Facebook before you've even logged in, and as you can see here pictured, you can, at the bottom, right under sign up, it says, create a page. So you can actually click right there and get started. The second way, which most of you would probably use, and for me, I'm always logged into Facebook. So I always scroll down to the bottom of the page, or tell people this way. The very bottom of the page when you log in, and you see the arrow here where it says advertising. So you can click on advertising. So either of these two ways, you have that option. And then there's going to be several options here for business, company, organization, whatever it may be. So let's just say, for example's sake, we're going to set up a company or an organization. So this is exactly what it looks like after you click the advertising button or the create page. So now you would click here and select the industry of your company. Basically, here it is. So then it's going to pop up and say, what is your industry, generic company? There's a drop down box. You can enter the company name, and then of course agree to the terms and conditions and get started. So just as you've pictured here, I've used this sample name, Acme Company, totally made up. So we're going to go through the process. You can sign into your Facebook account and sign up for an account. So sometimes they'll say create a Facebook account. You already have one, you don't have one, and then basically at that point you're done. So as you can see pictured here below, once you've gone through these steps, this is what's going to pop up. Pretty much just a blank canvas right now, the question mark, Acme Company, get started. So now we're going to go through some of the things that you need to do to get it set up and get it optimized. Customizing your fan page. Like the personal account pages, you can customize it to make it attractive to your target market. You can add your company logo, information, edit info, all of that underneath the title of your page, and this will take you to the hub of editing activity for your page. So as you can see on here, it's a little small, but this is what it would look like. So now you've kind of got this blank canvas. So you want to go in and you want to put some of your company information, the company overview, your description, awards, any of these things that you can do to give more information about your business, link it to your website, all of those things. You want to try to optimize it the best that you can. Now, if you're a local business, you're absolutely going to want to add your address so that you can be found on Facebook Places. Enter as much information as you can and make the descriptions engaging, but tell the visitors what you do. And you're always going to hear me emphasize engaging, engaging, engaging. That's what social media is all about. Add a picture of either you or a recognized symbol associated with your brand, and use the new masthead to create a creative, with your brand or your logo. Now here's an example of the masthead. This is a recent change with Facebook where you have all the pictures that line up. Now I don't have it on my fan page as of yet. I actually just took a screenshot of my personal profile where I had uploaded this, and this is the masthead that you see here where I have the quote, "Life's a journey, enjoy it." But you could actually do something like this with your logo, your brand, maybe social media icons if you're in this industry, whatever it is. You can think outside the box and get creative. Now, the other thing you're going to see, and as we go forward with the page, there's a lot you can do when it comes to branding. So you definitely want to try to extend your brand from your website, your blog site, across the social media channels, and be very consistent and congruent. Now here's how you can obtain the vanity URL, because it's not like it just pops up and says, oh yeah, you've got 25 users, here you go. Even for your personal, I still see a lot of people out there with their personal profile with all those jumbled numbers. I mean, it's so much easier if I can say, go to facebook.com/Stacey Kinney. That's where you can find me on my personal page, or Stacey Kinney fans, so when you get 25 or more people to like your page, go to facebook.com/username. Now I took a screenshot of mine, and because I already have, you could see right here it says the username is already set. You can direct your friends right here. Then below that it says each page can have a username. Well, I have several different pages, and I have clients, and I do social media management for them. So I have all these different pages. So right here, you'd want to click the page name, your company or your personal page, and then what you'd want it to say, and check the availability. And that's it. It's that simple, and now you have got your vanity URL and you have branded that name. Facebook page apps. There's applications. Now there are a lot of different things that you can add to extend the functionality of your page. Now to get the apps, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to click on, let me give you the picture here and make it easy for you. You're going to click right at the top of the page. You see I'm on StaceyKinney.com. This is Stacey Kinney Fans. This is where my fan page. So right there in the top right it says edit page, or right there in the middle underneath it says edit info. Either or. There's two places. And then you click that, and then you're going to go to the next place where it says browse applications. So here you go at the bottom of the page. I did like a full screenshot here for you, because you scroll down, it'll show some of the different things that you have, and it says browse the applications, okay? And right there at the top on the left, the apps. So that's where you first have to click. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Click the apps, and then click browse applications. So this is how you're going to get to the apps and find what you're looking for to optimize your page. Then you now have a search feature that you can use, or if you look here in the middle of the page where it says apps that you may like. So you might just want to scroll through some of these different applications and see what's available. As a matter of fact, I didn't even realize the other day until I was putting this presentation together and scrolling through these apps that you could do the LinkedIn feature, which I did. You can no longer do it on your profile, your personal profile, but you can do it for your business page. And so I saw that and I was like, oh wow, that's cool. But you could search for anything right there, and I'm going to tell you some different apps specifically. So I want you to write them down, or either go back and watch the recording, and I'm going to try to make it really easy for you to find exactly these particular apps that I've found to be so useful. Some of the apps that they have out there, most of them are free. Some of them will make you pay after you use one or two, or this first example, MailChimp or Constant Contact, Aweber, anything like that where you're building a list or you have an opt-in. They now have these apps that you can integrate with your fan page, which is really great, because if you want to go over and do something custom or put an opt-in, because it's all about building that list of people that want your information, people that want to hear what you have to say, and that you can consistently, talk to, provide value, and market to. There's a video app. It allows you to upload videos from your computer to your page. I want to say that one's pretty much standard, but don't quote me on that. There's YouTube for Pages, and the reason I put this in parentheses, you might want to write it down, YouTube for Pages, because remember that little search box where I showed you how to get to, you'd want to put in exactly that, YouTube for Pages. And just so you're very sure, I even included here the name. It's by Involver. So this allows you to put YouTube videos on your page. Now I like this particular company and their app. There's several different YouTube apps out there, but I like the way that it presents itself. And I'm going to show you some of this, and you can always go to my fan page and look at some of these things, and if you like how they look, then you'll definitely want to follow my instructions step by step. The next one is Twitter for Pages. It's also by Involver. Okay, but this is the company that once you have two of these apps, they're going to want you to pay for the third one. So that's why you have to really kind of look through and see which ones you want to use. But these are the two that I've used with Involver. I like the layout. I like the look of it. You've got events for listings, listing like meetups and seminars or webinars on the page. That pretty much comes standard. You can create an event tonight. There was an event I created last week for this webinar. So every time I have a webinar, I create that event and promote it from the fan page. The blog tab or the RSS for pages for adding your company or personal blog. Now, blog tab is the one that I have. Now, the RSS for pages, that's a good one too, but that was also from Involver. So that would be that third app. So, it depends on which ones you use. If you don't want a Twitter and you want YouTube and RSS, but the other option, what I did is I used the blog tab, which works perfectly fine. So it integrates my blog and all my posts right there on my fan page. My LinkedIn profile, this is what I was telling you guys about. No idea, because you can't do it to your personal profile anymore. I knew that, but you can add it to your Facebook page. So once again, in parentheses, I have my LinkedIn profile. That's where you would search in that box exactly those words and you would find it. Now I'm going to warn you, this is a little convoluted way. It's not simple to set up. It is, but it's not. It gives you step-by-step instructions. You just kind of have to go back and forth and follow it. It's like they didn't make it super simple. You didn't just click this button, click that button, and now you've got it. I have no idea why, but hey, that's life. So, but I promise you can step through it. You've got badges. You can encourage fans to place a badge identifying them as a fan on their page. You can make fan offers providing exclusive coupons, discounts, people who like your page. You can do a welcome page, creating a customized landing page whenever someone visits. Now, I like this. I haven't done it personally. It's, believe me, on my to-do list that's growing every day. But, a nice little custom fan page, an extension of your brand, your website, your blog site, where you can do a lot of different things with these. You can put YouTube videos, your opt-in, all kinds of stuff. Now, here's a screenshot just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Some of these pages that I added here, as you can see, it's info, blog, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, events, and you can position these pretty much how you want them in order, just with the edit button. Some you can't move, some you can. But this way, when somebody's on my fan page, now they can really deepen their connection. They can really get to know me. They can go, wow, there's your blog. Here's how I connect with you on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. Like every social network you have, you want to have all of your social connections there, or the main ones. So that if they find you there, they can connect to you in all of these places. Because, generally people have their favorite. A lot of people just hang out on Facebook. They don't even do Twitter at all. Some people love Twitter and they're just barely on Facebook. They love LinkedIn. You don't ever know where these people are going to hang out. So you want to make sure they can connect to you and, wherever it is that their preference is. Interesting uses of the fan page. Well, it can be used for other things besides promoting your business. Wow, that's a first. Yeah. It's a help center. People can get support for your product or service. I see this all the time now. I see these major brands, these big companies, giving support through Twitter, through their fan page, and it is awesome. It's something that, I wish would have been done long ago, but it's a great way to give that support, that extra service. You can promote a specific product. Maybe you have a product launch or you have a special deal for 1 week only. It's a great way to get that out. You can aggregate information, news about a specific topic, whether it's about the Japan earthquake, what's going on in the world, the economy. I would be a little bit, what is that? Gray line. Don't get too heavy into politics and anything like that. Some people don't like that on social media, but you know what I mean. Share third-party content, anything related to your business. I'm in social media. I'm going to share things from other reputable sources that I feel are of value to my fans and to my following. Encourage activism around social issues. Provide, access to exclusive training information. These are your fans. If they like your page, they're going to get this. If they do, if they respond to this, they're going to get this exclusive information or training or whatever it is. That's a great way. Sweepstakes, giveaways. People love that, of course. Who doesn't like to get something for free? Discussion forum. I'm seeing this happen a lot more with the pages, and that's where it can get a lot of fun. If you can really get some good questions and going and people and activity, then it can really become, really that community and that discussion forum. Take a survey, do a poll, whatever it might be. Get some interaction going. Now, marketing your fan page is really just like marketing any other web properties that you own. You're going to offer the special benefits to people who like your page. We talked about that, exclusives. You can promote on all your other social profiles. You can integrate Facebook, the widget, on your blog or your website. So then it's showing, hey, like my page, here's the latest updates. Highly recommend doing that. Encourage users to share with their network. Encourage user-generated content. If you sell cosmetics, encourage your fans to submit tips, links, videos, tutorials, whatever it is about cosmetics. Encourage that interaction. Include a link at the bottom of your regular emails and any information that you send to your list. Always have your social media connections there, but especially your fan page. Talk about it on your YouTube videos. Direct people. Give them a call to action. Like my fan page. Host the giveaways, sweepstakes, where entries, everything back to like the whole liking your page. Include a link in your forum signatures, your bio section. If you're writing articles for other article directories, always make sure to include it there. SEO your page, optimize your page basically with relevant keywords for search engine marketing. And if you want, you can use the Facebook advertising to bring attention to your page. Although I just read something that they are increasing their prices, so I don't know. But comment on other pages as your Facebook fan page to raise visibility. Now, this is a fairly recent change, and this is pretty cool because you can actually go over and log in as your, as yourself. I think I have an example here. Let me show you. You can partner with other businesses and get featured on their pages as well. Yes, here it is. So here's an example on my fan page. You see the arrow, it says use Facebook at StaceyKinney.com. So if I click that, now if I post anywhere on Facebook, it's going to post as StaceyKinney.com as my fan page. So what is the benefit in that? Well, it can be huge. And in my world of social media, let's take Mashable as an example, which is a huge publication. Look, there's 470,000 some odd people that are fans of Mashable. They put out great content, valuable tips, day in and day out about social media. So what happens, as you can see here, I went over to their fan page. Of course, you have to like it first. And then I responded to this article. And said, oh, I think Google Docs is great, Dropbox and Skype. This is what I use as collaboration tools. Well, I mean, come on, there's already 10 comments there. There's things all down the page. What is that? That's giving me visibility. Somebody could see that, they could click on me. That's how they could connect to my fan page. So you could go out to some of these targeted publications, for your niche and your market where they have huge fan base. And even for that matter, start connecting with these people. Hey, I saw you over on Mashable. I saw what you wrote. Yeah, I know what you mean. Start engaging, and you can build your fan base that way. This is incredible. Now about Facebook groups. And we're going to wrap up here pretty soon. I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes, like I said. Facebook groups provides a place where people can gather to talk about a subject. The pages are normally open, they're always open to the public, but Facebook groups can be made private where you could have members that only the members see. So you can have a group that can be public, it can be private. The group option allows you to send mass mailings to the people who are a part of the group. And the group members can do the same. And I'll give you an example. I'm a part of a couple of different groups right now, little small close-knit groups. One of them is a mommy's group, another with some colleagues of mine. So every one of us that are a part of this group, if I send a message, everyone gets it. So, I mean, that's a great way to communicate in a close-knit group. And some people for a very long time had used this, prior and still use it over fan pages for various reasons. Now, but when someone posts to the group, like I said, everyone is notified. So you're getting an email with that post. Now, the difference with fan pages, Facebook pages, people actually have to check in to view the updates. So people would have to come over to my fan page and actually see what I'm posting each day. And as we are very busy in our lives every day, you can imagine that doesn't always happen. This feature also has a group chat where members can talk to each other in real time. So you could just have this little chat bar, and next thing you know, there's 5 or 10 people chatting back and forth. It's actually kind of crazy, though, to me, because you get all these people talking, and you're like, oh my gosh. But it's pretty cool. It really can be. Almost like a little conference session. Now, groups can also be indexed by search engines, but that's the big thing, only if they're public. So obviously, if they're a private group, search engines are not going to pick it up, but you can make a public group and also have it indexed. Unfortunately, the applications that we just went over on the pages cannot, I repeat, cannot be used on Facebook groups. So there's definitely some positives and negatives here. So I would say this is more for that private type communication. And here's what I'm going to go into now, some of these uses. It definitely, in my opinion, lends itself to exclusivity. You know, great for people in the information marketing business where buyers, let's say, either given access to, you know, information, one-on-one help, maybe personal coaching. You know, I think if, let's say you're coaching a group of people and you have sessions every week, a group would be a great idea. A group of colleagues, a different subject matter, whatever it is. You can have a group be used in place of the standard mailing list just because of the capability it offers. It is great for group collaboration and specific projects. So say you're working on a project with a group of people, it's a great way to communicate. Posts to the groups will be seen in the member streams. Okay, so if you did have it public, people could see your communication in these groups. However, if it's private, of course, they won't see it. You can target different members by language or country. And I'm going to show you real quick here how to create a Facebook group. It's very simple. You log into Facebook and you go over to the left-hand column and you click Create Group. Now, if you don't see it right away, usually, at least for me, because I have a lot of different things in groups, I have to hit the More button. I noticed that today to extend it so I could actually see the tab that says Create Group. So this is what will come up. You have the opportunity to create the name of your group. As you can see here, super secret. Yeah, I want a secret group. And the member is going to be Stacy Kinney. Wow, that's going to be really secret, right? So I'm going to select a privacy option here, and I want it to be closed, and I'll click Create. And it will say, you've successfully created your group. Woohoo! Here we go. Okay. Now, it's like it's instant. You saw that. That's literally how quick it is to create the group. 2 seconds. You can click on Edit Settings. It's going to allow you to set up notifications of group activity, the chat messages, you know, whether or not to allow the group to show up in your home navigation, any of these little settings here. So right here I said, you know what, notify me when a member posts, because if I'm setting up a group, I'd like to see when you make a post, right? And I want you to email it to me at stacy@stacykinney.com. Sometimes I want it to show up, and yes, I want to see about the group chat messages. So whatever, you have some preferences here that you can set up and how to participate, you know, in the group. To edit the information, you know, it's the same thing. You want to upload a profile picture or a logo, adjust the privacy settings, whatever it is. You have the ability to do that here. As you see, you can put a little description. Hey, this is why I created the group. We want to communicate on a particular subject. We got a project, whatever it is. Upload a picture. It's very, very simple. So pages versus groups. I just kind of want to go back over and reiterate, you know, the kind of the differences so it can help you make a decision. Maybe you want to do both. Like I said, I personally like the page and the fan page for myself and promoting myself and my business interests, and the group is for a more private, select group of colleagues to work with. Facebook pages, you can do the vanity URL for your branding and your promotion. And it's totally acceptable and makes sense to promote products and services. You also have the ability to target based on location and language. Page administrators cannot. This is one thing that you can't do that's kind of a bummer. You can't send a message to someone's inbox, like to the fans. What happens is, you know, you're sending out, like I sent out a message to update everybody about my webinar tonight, and instead what it does is it just sends like a page update. It doesn't send you a personal message saying, hey, my webinar is tonight. It just updates you on the page. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but hey, that's the way it goes. But you can have more than 5,000 members, which is why many people started you know, migrating over to the pages versus groups or even personal profiles, because they were maxing out at that number. Now the Facebook groups, no vanity URL for branding or promotion. It is great for the collaboration, the projects, even a syndication group. You might say, well, what is a syndication group? Well, a lot of you guys, I mean, I'm blogging, I'm branding, I'm doing this. You know, I work with a group and a great marketing team through my branding system, and we all help each other promote one another on our blogs, and we that's what syndication, you know, I make comments, we retweet, we share, we do things to help one another, and so you might want to create a group like that. You have the ability to message all the members. So this is the difference. Like if I had a group, I could have sent my Facebook event for this webinar tonight to your inboxes. Okay, so that's the ability that your group has. And you have up to 5,000 members, but that's where you're going to max out. The mass mailing from anyone in the group. Now, depending on how big your group is, I don't know if this is a positive or negative. And this is why I say this, because you know, for me, I'm just dealing in a small niche group of people where we're all on common ground. But if I were trying to create this huge group of people, you know, as well as I do, then people are going to start marketing their stuff and selling and spamming and doing things and irritate people in the group. I don't know why, but people do it. You've all seen it. We've all seen it on social media. So that's the only hesitation I would have with that, of doing it in a large scale of people. And then you've got the group chat, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a nifty little thing there. So here's a graphic that I found from, let's see, allfacebook.com. So it's really kind of giving you a breakdown here with a chart, you know, pages versus groups. You might want to go back to this later. I think I'll repost this webinar along with this graphic on my blog, just to give you the quick and simple, you know, mass messaging, yes, no, you know, indexed by Google on both. Streaming, the publishing, yes, you can do that on both. Targeted, you know, on the pages, yes, groups, not. So it just goes through a lot of what we went over. Promotional widgets, you know, you can't do that with the groups either. Like, you'd be able to put your fan page and all the stuff on your site, which is great. You definitely have some member restrictions with the pages versus the groups. So this is really the breakdown of pages versus groups, and I hope you guys have found this to be very helpful and going forward and deciding what you want to do or how to move forward with branding yourself and your business. And that's it, guys. I just want to end here with the quote that I always end with: every step you take in life will leave a lasting impression. And I just want to leave you with that, and remember that everything you say in social media and your actions and the articles and the content that you put out is a reflection of you, your brand, and who you are. So be very aware of that and who you want to be and how you want to be perceived by others. You can always find me at StaceyKinney.com. Again, it was brought to you by MyBrandingSystem.com. I appreciate you all being on this evening, and have a wonderful night.